That's a slick hip and a greased knee on B-Phlat live in Philadelphia. Welcome. It's Tighten Up Tuesday. I'm Chris Denman live in St. Louis. Big show ahead. Tight show. Our friend Taina's stopping by to give a little review and maybe a couple critiques for B-Phlat's work down in Orlando. Gonna be a great show. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks everybody for tuning in each and every week for all you Picassos. Bee's dancing. She looks nice. Her hair's done for you. I'm straight off the farm. It's time to party. Get 'em, Bee. Shout out to the technical issues, by the way. That's on me. Bee, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I can't complain.
Hey, sorry everybody that we had a little jump start on the live stream, fixing that. So hopefully everybody's on the right stream, getting that worked out. We've got plenty of people tuned in. It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, B.
Oh, Chris, I'm so sore from doing Dennis's challenge. I was trying to work that out for Miguel and Verna and Phyllis and Laura H. All the people that CashApp me early. Kathy Lafer, I'm talking about on Saturdays, Sundays, 3 times today. I'm stretching it out for them. Oh. You know your girl Phyllis be beating this right here.
Oh, you stray cat scat at this time. Look at you.
This is my new move on.
It's going to be a nice Tuesday. People are saying it's blurry. It looks fine on my end.
Oh, am I looking blurry?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Not here either. So,
Well, hopefully
yeah, I don't see the blur. Yeah, give it a second. If you refresh your page, you should be good to go. Quincy says no blur. Pack 93 is good. I would guess refresh your page. Our bad, guys. Hey, Tighten Up Tuesday. It's not always a tight start. It's a rough one today. I was dealing with some stuff here in the office, and I got to talking, and Taina's about to come on, and all that good stuff. So we're rocking and rolling. So if you do see something blurry, just reset the stream. Like just hit enter in your at the top in your search bar, and redo it, and you should be good. Should be caught up. So happy Tuesday, B.
Happy Tuesday, Chris. Happy Black History Month. Got to celebrate while we can. I got 3 weeks. You know, I got to stop on the 22nd. I only get to celebrate.
You do.
You know,
I forgot your rule.
Again,
these are the ones. This is like whenever Sherri says she looks like somebody or you. These are the ones where I have to like dive off the camera so people don't make clips of me saying, yeah, B only gets 3/4 of the month or half the month or anything. So that's B's rule.
That's right, because I do have to acknowledge the white in me. I told you. My grandma would have white, so it's a lot in us. So I only get to do a quarter of Black History Month.
Well, it's a great quarter.
It reflects in my skin, Chris. Anyway, shout out to Daphne. Shout out to my lovely assistant. She's a great project manager, writer, strategist. If you need her, hit her up. You know, Daphne is the bomb. Can hook you up with everything that you may need in terms of like pulling your resumes together, letters you might need. It might be people out there that's trying to get FEMA together and fill out the forms and need some big words. Daphne got all of that. You know, I know about them FEMA scams they run around here doing in my neighborhood. They could probably be doing that in Dallas since they had that ice storm. You know, people sliding around and the government giving out money. Daphne can help you with that.
I don't know if that's what Daphne's here for.
I'm just saying, if you need some big ass words, make your phone sound good.
That's what does it.
Of course, shout out to my soror who provides this lovely music that I'm finding that people love. They say the music makes the show also. It all goes hand in hand.
Shout out.
So,
that's right.
It's all cohesive. It's flowing. It's, Tighten Up Tuesday. It's in its second year. I feel like it's really coming together, Chris. It has like a format we can flow. And
yeah, with the emergence of the Cicassos, I mean, this show's really taken off. You haven't heard of them?
Yeah, did you get you a design or anything yet? You gonna throw up on the screen? It's not official until you can get somebody.
We just do this.
Ain't that kind of what the Crips do?
I'm not affiliated with that particular
yeah,
business.
You might not be wanting to do no C's.
I'll just walk around St. Louis doing this and see if any other Cicassos are out there.
Or you could do the D on it and be like, Chris Deasy, You could put the D on it.
I will put the D on all the Cicassos. There it is.
Well, Chris, you know I always got some good shout outs.
You're a shouting out fool.
That's because it's so much love and generosity and just support in terms of people sharing this show, telling other people about it. It's amazing how people hit me up and be like, oh, my so-and-so, my cousin watch your show now. And I love that. So the more people who watch it, by the time they change some guidelines on the NAACP, I might get an Image Award. They might let me smoke.
I think, I can't wait.
You never know.
Yeah, that's true.
You just never know. Because I know one thing ain't going to change on this show is that this is what Picassos do. Let me give some shout outs to my Picassos. Of course, you know, when I go to the P.O. box, I always come back with lovely gifts. So shout out to B Squared, Silver Spring, Maryland. You know, she sent me these nice pajamas from Victoria's Secret. Look at that, Chris. And I got to show everybody. Nice shirt. I'm running through it quick. See that?
What? For what? What did you do? Did you send money?
I don't know. Bev sent these to me. The other Beverly, B Squared, and these socks.
Look at that. B Squared.
That's right. Shout out to B Squared. And then Miss Ethel Gerard sent me this purse. Isn't this nice, Chris?
Extremely nice. That's great.
All kind of stuff. She sent a nice money order. And Chris, she even included you in the Valentine. It's a Valentine's Day card.
So I get a cut?
It said, in the next, I'm just giving, it says, I'm sending you extra money in the next one to ship to Chris Dimon as a gift for his new niece. I have to send it separately. It wouldn't fit in this box.
That is so nice.
You all do a wonderful show and have a happy Valentine's Day.
Is that B Squared?
No, that's Miss Ethel Gerard that lives in New York.
Of course, Miss Ethel Gerard. Thank you.
Yeah, so, you know, she always sends the money orders.
It's very thoughtful.
Yeah, so she said on the next one she got you because what she got, it wouldn't all fit in the box.
Gotcha.
So shout out to her. And, of course, shout out to Natalie Milligan. I got 2 gifts from her. She sent these from St. Croix.
Oh.
This.
Look at you.
It's like a shot glass set. Isn't that really cute? I'll put it up close so everybody can see it.
That's incredible.
And it has, I'm sure this is like some liquor. I didn't even look at it yet. Oh, yeah, it's rum. Aged light rum. Oh, I like this. It's really cute. I'm putting this in my shot glass collection. And speaking of shot glasses, I have to let Fab 540 know I did not get her Maryland shot glasses. I've been looking, checking. I don't have a tracking or anything on them. If you have tracking, send it to me and I'll look to see where they are. But I didn't get shot glasses because she sent me an email like January 23rd.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
exactly. So you know how our post office is.
I
also got this in the mail. I'm going to frame it. It's an artist in St. Croix. Her name is Krista Ann Davis Malloy. Natalie wants me to add that. She's like an emerging artist and has a nice gallery in St. Croix. She sent me a nice on a card. And a really nice note about the performers on here, the quadrilla dancers and how they perform around celebrations. And it's a thing that's indigenous to St. Croix. So you know all this goes in a scrapbook, Chris.
That scrapbook. That's going to be the size of a Ford Escort before too long. I do
was pull it up and just get another one. So shout out for my gifts. I definitely appreciate it. And like I said, Fab 5, I'm going to have to track your shot glasses. I don't know what happened to them. So,
boy, you better find those.
Yes. And I do have to make a correction to a name that I butchered last week. Her name is Mayra Bravo from Anaheim. She had on Sophia's shirt. But I was asking my friend that's Puerto Rican how to pronounce her name because her name is Mari and it's spelled with a R, M-A-R-I. She's like, oh, the R is a D. It spells Maida. And I was like, and the lady hit me up. She's like, we were watching the show and we were so excited. Me and my husband and my kids, and you was butchering my name. So she said, I said, oh, Lord. I got to stop referencing people and calling people be like, girl, how you say this? I don't want to be ignorant on the show. So I am so sorry, Mayra. I messed up her name. She probably hit me up and say, you still said it wrong.
Right.
But I'll get it right. I'll get it right when she comes on the Brief and Bake because she is a day oner.
I want to give a shout out to the Picassos for the confidence you all have. I'll let somebody call me the wrong name for years. I won't say anything. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Oh, I will. Like
you can call me Brian. You can call me Brian. You can call me Brian Dittman. And I'll be like, sure.
B-Phlat, B-Fayette, B-Fat. I've seen it all, Chris.
Right.
So, yeah. No, I'll be like, no, it's B-Flat, like the music note, when it's spelled with a PH.
Like the music note, but not at all.
Spell it wrong. Just like my voice, they still say I'm a man. They be like, sorry, sir.
Yeah.
What? You spelled my name wrong and you called me a
man. Sir, stop yelling at me. This is the post office, okay?
Shout out to, I got to always give a shout out in the CashApp battle, which basically boils down to Phyllis and Miguel in terms of who CashApps me the most during the week. And Verna is in the close second place. Miguel, I hate to say it, Phyllis is catching up on you.
Oh, Phyllis.
She loves donating to Daphne's Phlip and the Cat Scat dance.
I love that.
Throughout the week.
Yeah.
And I have to give a shout out to Kathy Lafer. She doubling down on it. She be cash apping like 2-3 times throughout the segment.
I'm excited to see. Yeah. Daphne's house is going to end up it's going to look like Cowboys Stadium when this is all said and done. All the donations keep coming in.
It better.
Just keep building it up.
It better. So, and I do have to give my last shout out to my girl Verna. She sent a Cash App saying that she likes how we celebrate Black history all year round. She's like, shout out to all the Picassos that, for us just celebrating it, not just in the month. I was like, oh, I like that comment. So that was
pre-show each week I present and pitch a great white inventor every week. I try.
Chris, that's not going to work on the show, but you know what you can pitch.
Somebody
today?
Believed me just there.
You know what you can pitch today? You had a wonderful story.
Is that weird?
Oh yeah, that was. I told you get your black card back. Plus, I'm put 100,000 on it, Chris.
You're gonna load me up. What can I buy with my black card?
I'm going to Walmart. I'm about like a stack of gift cards, like blah blah blah. Man, if all the Picasso send me, I'm like, boo boo, put this on Chris' card, and we're gonna get you up to 100,000 on your black Picasso Deezy card, Chris, because what you did today was just out of the kindness of your heart. It just showed how concerned you are. Your nurturing side. You don't even have kids, and just a generous person that you are, and just you're loving, Chris. So tell the story, and then we're moving on because I don't want to save this. This is a Chris Deezy, and we ain't never gonna question you after this no more, Chris.
Oh, somebody will.
No, Chris, you could rub on the kitchen. You could do a braid and try. We don't even care. You could tell somebody
you get it.
You get it.
I don't want to sound the wrong way. It was weird. So where we're at, we're on Washington Avenue in St. Louis. We being Midcoast Media, our studio's in an arts district, up and coming. Not a whole lot of residential, and if you looked at the statistics, there's probably plenty of crime. But if there's not a show at the Fox Theater, which is down the street, or a basketball game at St. Louis University, kind of slow throughout the week. So it's dark, slow. There are new businesses. It's up and coming, but it's not really anywhere you'd want children running around alone. And I go, and it's dark out.
Really quick. Make a long story short, Picassos. where Chris is talking about used to be called Laclede Town, which was the projects, and they tore most of it down. But the part that they didn't tear down is still sketchy around Compton. Because you can still
if you go, I hate saying it, but yeah, a couple blocks north, you know.
So make a long story short, if you cross the street, ain't no damn couple blocks north. You go around the corner behind Sophia's and try to park your car back there. It's sketchy because we was just over there, Chris. So there, get the sense. Moving on. Get to the point.
Moving on. I go
down there in the dark.
I see some. There's like a knock at our front, so we keep the door locked, and it's all glass. And I'm here, and I look. What'd you say?
Yeah, keep the door locked.
Yeah,
because anybody straight could just walk up in there and you can get them.
Oh, right. I'd have people coming in. They'd have a tent set up before I ask them to leave. So I go.
Picasso's away for coming there.
Well, you're the one who's made it sound the way it sounds. Listen, people go see Frozen at the Fox. It's fine. Okay. So I look, and there's 3 girls under, like, I'm gonna guess 10. I'm gonna guess 11, 7, and 6, if I had to guess. And they're like in dance gear, kind of just like workout clothes. First thing I thought, this is where I live. I was like, not catching old Chris slipping. Somebody's about to try and rob me. Because what you'll do is you send some kids over. I open the door, and then pop, somebody hit you with something. So I kind of looked around. I was like, this is weird. This is dark. This is what's going on here. You know, like whatever Will Smith in what's the movie? Men in Black, where he shoots the little girl and not the alien. He's like, what's she doing in this part of town? Exactly. But it was weird. So I popped it open. I'm like, hey, ladies. And they're like, can we come in? It's really cold. And I was like, are they going to sell me cookies or something? But then they point across the street and they're like, oh, we're supposed to have dance class and our Lyft driver just drove away. And I was like, what? But there is a dance studio across the street. So I was like, come in. So they came in and sat down. Long story short, they got sent down like 30 minutes away in a Lyft, and the Lyft just like drove off. And again, these are younger kids. Lyft just drove off. Turns out they got sent to the wrong studio. So I'm hanging out with them. I was like, here, I guarantee you one of you knows how to use YouTube. They turned on Sniper Wolf. And I was like, people are going to think I was watching this. They turn that on. They're hanging out. They call the studio, the mom. I ended up FaceTiming with the mom. We get them sent over. I was like, let's just get it going. I was just a little bit like, it was a little too chill. Like, it was a little like, yeah, send them to the next studio. When I'm thinking, I'm like, this is not a nice area. And I'm this weird dude FaceTiming you right now. But they came in and hung out, and they were safe and all that good stuff. And I got them a Uber to their next studio and made the Uber driver. I made sure he hit me up. I talked to him, gave him the heads up. They were here for like half an hour. They were here, and we went and checked the doors, and we were walking around and all this stuff. So they hung out. It was cool, but it was a little bit like, shouldn't someone be freaking out a little bit more? Even the dance teacher's like, thanks, got him. And I'm like,
20 minutes after they had been there.
After they'd been there, because I got the dance. I confirmed the mom, the dance teacher. I went down the call tree. But yeah, so that's what I was doing right before we came on the air. And a little part of me is like, I mean, I don't have kids, so I know people with kids can kind of make situations with children a little more precious than they need to be. But part of me was like, shouldn't somebody be way more uncomfortable with what's going on here?
Right?
Mm-hmm. And I mean, maybe, I don't know. The mom was nice and everything. I was just like, I don't know. I was confused. And I made sure they had a ride home and all that stuff. But they got to ride in an Uber Black. I was like, ladies, you're riding in style. Jump in.
Chris, you ain't taking no picture with them? You ain't taking
I didn't know. I don't want somebody.
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not. I'm watching out for me, too.
I'm surprised they'd be like, can we take a picture with you?
Right. They're like, yeah, this big white guy made us take a picture with him. We didn't know where we were. What?
That's a shame that they mama had the wrong address and sent them to the wrong studio.
I think it was an honest mistake, but it just.
But you can't be having no mistakes like that with
not with
kids.
Not with the
like 7 and 5 and 6.
Not with the type of folks that are walking around here, for sure.
Exactly. Well, Chris, that was your good deed. I wanted to make sure everybody heard that for the
Oh,
deed.
nobody needed to hear it. I told it since
They needed it. But that was a really good thing to do. That's the right thing to do.
It's just wild. I don't know. Yeah.
Your instinct kicked in, and now we know you have a good heart, Chris.
You were worried before? You were worried before?
Oh, no, we ain't know, Chris. We ain't know. You was probably on that. You was a little sketchy. You know, you go up and down.
Right.
Then, ain't nobody gonna be asking you no more questions crazy in the comments no more about your blackness.
Why?
How much black stuff you do. You just saved 3 little black girls. That could have been a movie, Chris.
I'm very happy that they, because I told them, I was like, good job. I gave them my card. I was like, if this ever happens again, call me or just, I go, good job coming here. We're nice people and our neighbors are nice people. Kababi's next door. He'd have been just as good to run into. So I was just happy I was here.
Well, guess what? Somebody sent you money for me to do a Cash App for your good deed. Shout out to Antonia and Joanne.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, you got to do it for Chris because he did a good deed.
Go B. Go B. That's right. That's the community awareness dance brought to you by the Picassos, danced out by B-Phlat. You're gonna kill me. There goes the smoker's cough.
Oh, well, that's what's up, Chris. Let me go on and jump into my DYK so I can bring my girl on.
Hey, get to that. I want to know in the live chat, did that story trouble? And I'll get to any parents out there. Where does it start? Is it do you ever send your kids in an Uber like that? But I'm like, city kids probably do that. I know, like in New York, kids take the train when they're young.
They do, and then the fact that you can track them, you see the.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's that crazy, but I don't think I would.
Yeah, but the fact that it's really hard. You're like in a rock and a hard place because it's not the Lyft driver did his job. He's supposed. And he can't sit there and be like, oh, although. It depends on the driver. What if it was a female? We don't know.
I don't think they're supposed to do that. I think it's.
They're not. But maybe if it was a female, she might be like, "Oh, well, check the doors." Anybody, and she might wait. But most drivers are going to do what they got to do to get to the next.
Right, and part of me too was even like, because I was a little mad at the mom at first, but then I was like, you know what? At least she's sending them to dance class and stuff. Like, I don't know. Sometimes people take lifts, so it is what it is. All right, sorry.
Take Lyft. Jeffrey take a Lyft every day to school. When he's
17.
I know, but even when he was younger, he put in a Lyft. To school, and they brought him home in a Lyft. So
there you go.
All right, let me do my DYK, and then to shout out to Taina that submits a long list of names, which will keep me going into year 5.
Love it, Taina.
Thank you. Amen to that. So this one goes out to George T. Sampson. He's our DYK for today's episode. He invented the device to remove moisture from the clothes dryers in 1892. He didn't have a lot of information on him because he was one of those people that they really didn't keep a lot of records on him back in those times. So they couldn't confirm exactly where he was born, but they confirmed that he did live in Dayton, Ohio. So I'm just going to read some real quick information. In 1892, George T. Sampson developed and patented America's first automatic clothes dryer. Like many other entrepreneurs, Sampson did not invent the item that made his reputation. Dryers of sorts had been used for part of the 19th century. But people complained that their clothes smelled like smoke and stained with soot. Sampson refined the process with a series of suspension rods over a specially designed stove. With this new development, those doing laundry could have a happy medium of drying their clothes quicker, no matter the weather, or without having to worry about their garments smelling like fire. So shout out to George T. Sampson for coming up with the device or his way of making your clothes soot and smoke free. More or less like air drying them instead of burning them over fire. Because a lot of clothes got burnt up. Yeah.
Another great DYK. Yeah.
Thank you. Shout out to Taina. Let me go ahead and give a shout out real quick because you know we're moving right along with Daphne's Phlip. We're currently at 1932.50. So we are literally $567 away from our goal.
Wow.
And remember, I kept saying the goal deadline was passed. People don't have to donate anymore. If they want to, that's fine. We're going to work with what we have. And I so appreciate the generosity. People are still donating. They're like, whatever, we making it happen. We can get there and do more. That's even fine. That's even better. So April 7th through the 9th is still our goal date. And so shout out to Kathy Lafer, Irina. Why do I always mess her last name up? Cherkaskaya. Irina Cherkaskaya.
One more time.
Cherkaskaya. I got it. But see, you know, when we was hanging out, we was drinking and smoking, and I still was messing up her name, and she thought I was saying it right because she was high. So there you have it. Shout out to her.
So it's her fault.
Yes, because she didn't correct me. She just let me say it.
I agree.
And Phyllis Smith. Those 4 people helped bring Daphne's goal to 1932. Again, that was Phyllis, Ashana Perkins, Irina, and Kathy Lafer. So let me jump into 4 quick photos I can let people see. It's just the one is a quick review because I want people to see what I'm working on in the living room in terms of moving the couch around and how I want the entry to look. So that's the next photo. This is the original, and the next is my drawing. This is just a quick recap. So this is obviously the entryway, and I want to put the couch, and I want to put a console table behind the couch. Add more storage. Like I said, use that, figure out a way for storage for the cocktail table. The next photo is the fireplace area and her built-in bookshelves. And if people don't remember, we are not doing the desk area within the living room anymore. She's going to have her own separate office. So it's just going to be strictly a living room with some separate spaces. And so this is my vision for the fireplace area.
Wow. And make sure if you're sending those cash apps to fund Daphne's Phlip, to make sure you note that it's for which NFT. Make sure you tell B which NFT you want to purchase.
So this is what I would like to do on the fireplace. I want to paint it all gray so that we can do the lines. And then when I tape it off, then you paint it white. So then when I peel the tape off, we'll have like a really thin abstract line over the brick in the, on the fireplace. I want to do that and just make it kind of pop and give it a, just a different look, an updated look, and then paint like a black, just like that around the fireplace. Her fireplace is shaped in that oval, and do the bricks like that. Just to add a pop of black and paint the inside blue, which will match the other wall, which I'll feature next week.
Nice.
And I have to think about the fact that Daphne has 3 boys, so I want to do a dark fabric on her 2 chairs I'm not necessarily going with stripes, but I know I'm going to do something dark, maybe even denim, because I have to keep it sturdy when we reupholster her 2 accent chairs, because they play game, the Xbox and that kind of stuff in the living room. So I want to make sure everything's sturdy. But I do want to do like a zebra pattern type pillows, throw pillows on the chairs. So that's what I'm just kind of showing. And then, just paint the bookshelf all white and just kind of bring it all together. I think I want to do a film on her on her sliding doors instead of like curtains. But that's what I have to go over with, Daphne in terms of like privacy issues. But
right.
Yeah,
how her place is set up.
Well, true. And then too, like if we don't do curtains, it's open to her backyard. And then I don't know, like if the neighbors can see directly in, or if that's too much light. She may want, to be able to close something, because privacy screen still allows light in, but it's like all the time. The privacy window film.
Who are these people that, I bet you don't do this. Who are these people that will just live their lives with the blinds up and they'll sit there and watch TV? And if you live in a city, you're crazy.
White people do that all the time. I
I
hate to
drive.
say it.
I'll go by people's places. I'm like, I could pick out what you do every single night. At each time, I could just sit there for 20 minutes and know every single habit you have.
And you ain't never seen who it was that had their windows open? Because I do. I see it all the time when I walk through the neighborhoods when I get down a certain area. I'm like, if they don't close their damn blinds, do they even have blinds?
So you're saying it's my cousins?
It's your cousins. Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
With that being said, let me go ahead and bring Taina on the screen.
Oh my goodness! What an intro! Wow,
Yes.
you really
She looked beautiful.
you really brought it.
Situated in front of the magnificent backdrop that I put up, that we put up, we all did as a collective, but I'm just saying that's part of the flip. And she just looks amazing. How are you, Ty?
How are you? Hi, Chris.
Hi, Taina. You look great. I'm worried about this. This is supposed to be like a review show, so B screwed up your whole place, huh?
You're
wrong
messy.
with that. Well, Chris, here's the thing. Once we go over this,
She
then
asked
you
for
better
people.
let you know. This will let you know whether or not you trust me to cut your hair.
I
When I
gotta.
come in your flip.
I'm gonna
Once we
think
go
of the
through
word the guy used in the grocery store last night, but there was a guy in the deli, and he said it was like, I'll think of it, but I got a word I hadn't heard in a while. So you need to treat this hair right.
Okay, well, you think of the word, and I'm going to tell Taina she's doing me a solid by coming on to do this. Because when I was telling people about this, they were like, oh, that's so dope. That's Phly. No other show does that. I'm sure it'd be behind the scenes shit that they
No.
messed up and won't come back and fix and don't tell you about. And I was like, no, I have to know this because I'm doing stuff in different regions, different climates. So what works somewhere may not work somewhere else. So I have to know in case I go and try to do this again. And I'd be like, oh shit, they didn't tell me that this fell down or that don't work. So I'm definitely having all the people, they've agreed to come on and talk to me about their flip. It's like a 6 months to a year review about some people say nothing went wrong, but I need to know that. I need to know, yes, that works, and I can put that up in somebody else's spot, or no, that doesn't work. So I appreciate you, Taina, for coming on, and now we're gonna throw Chris to the side.
Thank God. I don't want to be. I don't want to be here while Taina rips you a new one.
It's all good.
My God.
So what Andy's gonna do is, I actually made some notes because I did select 4 pictures. And after we go through this flip, I will be there tomorrow doing my show taping at the Afro Channel. And I will be in your house Thursday live on Instagram and Facebook showing people how I'm fixing these things that went wrong in your flip. And definitely taking notes so that I know next time don't do this shit or it don't work or whatever. So with that being said, we're going to let Andy throw up the first photo. And you can let people tell me what's missing, what it is. You see it, and then I'll tell them the next photo.
Who's that at the top center in the yellow?
That's Taina.
Yellow?
It's like a green. It's lime green, actually.
Oh, it's green.
Oh, green.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's her in her
That's
swimsuit.
me, Chris.
You're looking at the wrong thing.
Okay, I'm like, boy.
I didn't know there were any other pictures up there. Sorry.
Oh,
Do your thing.
That Taina, don't hit me up and tell me that Chris be DMing you. I don't want to know nothing about it. After he done saw the green swimsuit picture. So, obviously, let her get herself together, Chris. You got her blessing.
Yeah, so the square that you see, there's a hole there. There's a picture that keeps falling down. I try to put tape behind it. I try to fix it. Every time I put something behind it, it just slides. So I don't know what it is about the wall, and it's the only picture that doesn't stay put. Some others have come down, and I've been able to put them back, add more reinforcing tape, like the double-sided one. But this one just won't stick, and I kind of gave up on it. But B's gracious enough to come back and fix it, so I'll let her work her magic.
Okay. How are the tea light candle things holding up?
So I have to like push them
Okay.
sometimes because
Times.
like I don't know if you can see the one by
I can.
my picture. Yeah, it's kind of slanted.
Yes.
So it'll do that.
Yes.
It's slanted a little
And that's
bit.
from the weight of the candle. Yep.
The
And the full weight
candle
from
is
the
not on in it though.
Oh no, I'm just saying even from just the tea light sitting up there. I'm sorry, just from the tea light. So those are things,
Right.
like I said, when I get there, I'm definitely going to do a run through and tighten up and check everything that was done. So that made me ask because I could see from the photo that it's a little slanted. Okay, next
Right.
photo. So what's wrong with this?
Okay. So in this picture, there's really nothing wrong because I sort of sit, but what was happening, I don't know if I showed you the previous
Is it
time when it dented again
Taina?
on
Sorry,
one side, and
Taina, you're breaking up really bad. Would it be possible that you're on Wi-Fi?
no, I know how you feel about the Wi-Fi. I took it off.
You're on your data.
Yes.
Maybe try the Wi-Fi. It's acting up really bad.
Yeah, it's like, it's going in and out. Your voice, the audio is messing up.
Everyone's loving it. Taina's getting a lot of love. MM is saying,
Good. I appreciate it.
MM thinks that Taina is Lupita Nyong'o's stunt double in Wakanda.
In
Wakanda
Wakanda.
Forever.
That's a total compliment.
Let's try this. Are you there?
Am I back?
Yeah, this may fix it.
So much better.
Okay. All right. So I was saying with this picture, I sort of fixed the problem, but I don't know why it happened in the first place. The curtain was slanted, the rod was slanted a little bit to the right. And it's not like I pull on it or I even go in that corner, but I've noticed over time it just was going down onto one side. So I don't know if it's the weight of the curtains or the tape was losing the reinforcement. I don't know. So I kind of re-secured it, but I don't know why I did that.
I'll look at it. That's because I know where all your stuff is in the toolboxes. And I'll check the brackets because it may need an anchor because that wall is plaster. And remember we used the original brackets that were up there and I just kind of tightened them. So what I may do, I'll have to check them because like I said, it may need an anchor. So I'll just put an anchor in there.
I was thinking maybe it needs another one.
Huh?
I was thinking it might need another one between the last two because it's a wider.
It's a wider, exactly. So I'll check that and I know that brackets were left there. Because remember we bought brackets and we didn't use them because we just, so believe me, I'm
everything is where you left it.
Okay. Okay, next photo.
The key came off.
I see. So I'm probably just that's gonna be simple with some super glue. Because I think we just use the glue gun. Yes. And I'll make sure I put it exactly back in this spot so it'll cover up. And I'll probably have to touch it up with some paint.
Right. Or marker. Yeah.
Or marker. All right. And I'll make sure to bring my marker. See, I'm grabbing stuff out as I think about it. And I have I'll bring that and my black paint marker. Yeah. I have to pack tonight. Once this show's over, I still got to stay up and finish I only have one little bag to pack. I'm only going to be there 2 days. But I still got to get there, and I have an early flight in the morning. All right, next one.
Okay, so one wheel in particular keeps coming off. And I put it back, but I'm afraid to sit on it because I did that before and it came off. So what I said to you, because I can't find that chair anymore, I might just remove all of them and put that back with the table set and then just have a desk chair.
Okay,
altogether. So I don't know because I can't.
You're right. And I can look at this now that I'm looking at it. It's all trial and error. This is a definite fail. I'm taking all of them off because if you look at how that they sit, the weight of them, the weight bearing will not, it's not like the wheels are directly underneath each
Right.
pole.
It's not
So they
evenly.
sit. Exactly. So like a person with heavier weight, they definitely couldn't sit on that because the wheels would probably pop off in the direction that they're facing. So we
Right.
know now that I can't do that with those type of wheels, those type of casters.
Right.
It's not gonna work. So I'll just take those off and put that chair in the kitchen. Or I'll just leave it there, you know what I mean? So you can still have a chair. But yeah,
I'll still have it there.
Gonna work. So that's something that I have to know in case I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna take the wheels off and flip it. No, we won't be doing that because it all depends on the type of chair and the positioning of the wheels. And like you said, wheel definitely pop out. Yeah, because of the weight. You can see how they're all different.
Because they face outward and it's not, there's no evenness to it. Yeah.
Exactly. So we know that doesn't work.
Yes.
All right. Well, Tina, you know I appreciate you doing this, and
of course.
I have to know this kind of stuff. No, she can't go off the screen. Oh, there you go. Thanks. Thanks. I was getting nervous. I was like, she can't go off the screen yet because you know my other question before we entertain questions or comments in like Chris may have. I wanted to know what inspired you, or if you were inspired by anything to do anything after I left. And you said you were. So I like the fact that you did some organizing and some pantry things. So I'm going to let Andy throw those photos up, and then you can talk about those, and then I'll ask the questions later. You can tell us what you did.
So I had a bunch of spices, and they were all, you know, different places in the pantry. And my friend Ray, you met her at the Phlip. She loves to organize. She's very good at it. So she helped me. We shift things, you know, from one place to the next. I bought these containers at the dollar store, so they were like $1.25 for 2, or however many were in the pack. And then the spice organizer I got from Amazon, and I tried a few, but because of the shelving in the cabinet, those didn't work. So I settled on that because that's how I could fit them all. I didn't want them in different places. So with this, I'm able to put everything together.
It's very nice. I know what it used to look like. You did a good job. You did a good job. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I have to say. Next photo.
So you remember where those were?
Yes. You tidied up well.
So again, she helped me organize everything, you know, under the cabinet and stacking them up. So it's still the same. I'm maintaining it.
And you're doing a wonderful job, Taina.
Yeah.
Because I was like, all this stuff. Remember, I kept saying, why are you so young? Got all this stuff.
But they were everywhere. That was the thing. Everything was everywhere. So, you know, but I donated a lot to Goodwill.
But I know that cooking is your thing. You like to cook.
Yes.
You need different tools and utensils for that. So I like that it's organized. Yes.
Yes. And the stuff I didn't use went to Goodwill or the Salvation Army, and I just kept what I really used.
All right. Next.
Yes. Next is the food. I moved the food to the pantry. You know what it used to look like?
Yes.
I got lazy bands, you know, to organize my oil and all that stuff. So I could hear you in my voice, in my head. Put that stuff away.
Yeah, I was like, you got a pantry and you're not using it for a pantry.
And I didn't use it. So
and stuff. You really did a great job. I like how you got all your, like the wax paper and the Reynolds wrap and the, you know, all the things that you need are within reach. You know where they are. You can see them, and you utilize that space what it's for. I just like how you really organize a lot of stuff. None of that stuff was in there.
No, none of that. They were everywhere else.
Yes. You and Ray did a good job. You did a good job.
Thank you.
So, do we have any questions or comments, Chris? We all three can be back up on the screen.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yes, I gotta do my DIY, and then we almost.
Monisha says kitchen cabinet heights are so man friendly.
They're what?
So man friendly. as in like the
I know
height.
they're not friendly to me. I needed a stool.
Yeah, I could see that part, but I'm taller, and I think like if I ever go heavy on like a new place or something like that, you're gonna think a giant lives there, because I disagree. I think everything's made for people that were, maybe it's because houses in St. Louis are older and people in the 20s, 30s, and 40s were smaller or something. Because I feel like I'm like, almost, messed up. Some more live chat questions. B deserves more thumbs up than she has, so be sure to hit like while you're watching. Can you?
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Heaven Sent says, can you saw that off and put stoppers on them so they don't scuff the floor? If you remember what she was talking about.
Oh, I'm definitely
maybe the chair.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the little felt pieces that I have to put underneath, so I won't have to saw it off. I'm just gonna get the plier things and just pull them right out.
Yeah, they pop out.
We popped them in, yeah.
Cali Girl says those wheels came off the dryer, right? Maybe that's why.
Hair dryer.
Maybe that's why it won't work on a chair where there's weight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We just I think we said that, but that's what's up. We can see that.
Yeah.
You can sit a little kid in them and scoot it around, but weight on it's not going to work because of the unevenness. No. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was like, Diana, you're not a big person. That is.
I'm not, but the wheels are facing outwards.
All
so
in and
awkward. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't support anything. Because remember, the dryer, it stands and you just wheel it. This is
true.
Moving around and having
sitting. Yeah.
One more question. Real. How are the propagators holding up from Joy? Are your plants still green?
And yes. I talked about that earlier. And we talked about that.
Because B knows my plant commits suicide. That's why.
Oh.
No, not the propagators. Typical plants. I didn't want plants.
So you brought them into a home of plant suicide. Okay. Got it.
The propagators are still there. I still add water periodically. And this morning, B told me I could buy Miracle Grow. They have drops, I guess.
Yeah, the liquid. So, the little green bottle. I'll send you a picture of it. You just kind of stir and drop in the water.
Pour it in there. So I still pull, the dead leaves because that happens. But for the most part, they're still alive and, thriving. Mm-hmm. I put water and that's it. Low maintenance.
Nice. Taina, before you go, I know you're a fan of B and we all love B, but anything surprising or any way that you would describe just getting to hang out with B and getting to know her a little bit better?
Google has this thing, memories, I guess, they bring once in a while. And I found the picture of her.
Google Memories?
Yeah,
like
photos.
Pop up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it pops up in your memories. And I saw a picture of her with the flash rag on her butt and just being dancing. And I just busted out laughing because I can remember exactly what she was doing. She was dancing and saying how she likes to fight. And that just made me...
That sounds about right. Like, we wished she was here at the office all the time, too. I
know
exactly what you're talking about.
I'm like, oh, yes, I remember this. So
that's a great Google memory. Like, my iPhone, all it does is bring up memories that I'm like, we broke up like 2 years ago.
I just pray to God I always stay the same. I'll just be me and can always... just be joyful no matter what.
Yeah. You definitely bring that.
My leg got to hold up, Chris. That's all.
Well, it's loose tonight. That's all that matters on a Tuesday. Anything else, B?
I just want to thank Taina for coming on and safe travels in your journey. And don't forget to text me what I need to get in. I don't want you to be out the country. And I'd be like, girl, I'm outside. I can't get in.
No, I'll text you tonight.
Okay, that'll work.
Yes.
Because when you're leaving, I'll be landing. And
you're leaving B alone in your home?
Yes. Yes.
So.
It's okay, Chris. It's all right.
It'll be live.
You're brave.
Yeah, so if I steal anything, everybody can see it, and they could be like, "Ooh, Taina, she took one of your things. She didn't turn the live on. The girl, she was drinking up your
You
wine."
come on live and tell me you did it anyway.
Exactly. I'll be like, "Girl, I was drinking up your wine." So, anyway,
Have at it.
thank you so much for coming on. Have a safe trip.
Thank
And
you. Thank you for coming to do this
oh
for me.
no,
I
I
did not
have to
expect
do it.
it. So
No, you know what? I tried to do it last time. It didn't work out when I was there. But remember, I said I'm staying. So because I want to make sure, I have to take notes on this stuff and make sure that where I go and try, I may have to do something different, but I may still do a rendition of that. You see what I'm saying? You
can
just
I show
never
you
know.
something?
Yes.
Remember this?
Yes. Yes.
So one of the things, well, I can't really show without destroying it.
Now,
One of the chain came off
right.
because of the hurricane. Yeah, but I got it fixed. You told me what to do. I put the thing in there and let it stay a few days, and then I put it back.
And it worked.
And it worked. Far, yeah.
I'm still gonna check.
Holding.
See, Chris don't know.
Holding.
Cat Ladder. I'm going to meet up with Cat Ladder to get her ladder. So when I get the ladder, I'm gonna throw it up in the house, and I'm checking everything just to make sure everything is still on point.
Yeah,
it all worked out.
Watch out for alligators.
All right. Well,
I haven't seen any, but
you a mess, Chris. Well, thank you, lady.
I got to jump. Thank you.
I still got to do my committee report, Chris.
Oh wow! Today,
maybe. If you want, I really wanted to, but if you want, I could save it. It is almost 10 o'clock. Oh, it is 10 o'clock. I may have to save it for next week because I still got to pack. I didn't even realize that. But I am going to read through it quickly and just kind of throw it out there so people know exactly what. Yeah, I want to keep a tight show, but I still want to, I'll read through and let people know what the categories are. They can think on some things, and then we can get back to it next week.
Sounds good.
Well, let me jump into my DIY. If you don't mind, let me go and do that right quick and give a shout out to Felicia Welch, who submitted these things. That's our Picasso flight.
Sorry, Ms. Michelle. No committee report.
Oh, she
HR. No, B.
Report. It's the categories. I just want to throw them out there so people can think about where they might want to work, or if I'm missing a category, or if a category can be combined. You just never know. I'm throwing it out there real quick. All I'm saying is get your pencils and paper out, write it down, and jot out some ideas so we can discuss them next week. Miss Michelle, because she sent the money, said, no more CashApp reports live on the show.
Save it for the boardroom.
Right. Okay, so for my DIY, it goes out to my girl Felicia in Arkansas. Her and her sister. That's when we were at the Frankie Beverly show.
What a great picture.
Thank you. And that's her sister Cynthia. And I have to give a shout out to her cousin Marilyn Mooney, because she watches the show. So these are my peeps in Arkansas, Little Rock area. So she submitted the next DIY, which I think is very interesting. And let me put my glasses on because I'm going to have to read it. And the way the world going, I was like, I need to do this process because I'm going to have to start doing my own vegetables and stuff like that. So with that being said, thank you, Felicia. This is called the winter sowing method for gardening. This is how she plants her vegetables in the winter. So you see what that is, Chris. You can cut some jugs in half.
Hey now.
So what she does is, because she doesn't have a lot of space, she says, I prefer using the winter sowing method. Next photo. It's cheap and saves space inside your home. I start this method in January, early February, and it works like a charm. I'm able to grow my own vegetables and vegetables plants from one pack of $2 seeds that she gets from Lowe's or Home Depot. The best, so obviously you see she's putting her soil and the seeds into the bottom portion of the water jug. So the next photo shows how she
Wow.
obviously tapes them back together. This is the terrarium. The best part is once the seeds are planted in the terrarium, which she made from the gallon plastic orange juice and milk jugs, I leave the jugs outdoor for nature to take its course. By the spring, I'm able to open the jugs, and I have several plants waiting to be planted in cake icing buckets I got free from the grocery store. That's what's up. Or buckets I purchased from the Dollar Tree, or directly in my raised garden bed. So let's see the next photo. These are the buckets that she gets free or gets from the dollar store. And look at that. I'm just letting them sit.
That's a whole...
Yes. Yeah. I've attached photos of what I did previously. Please let me know if, of course, I'm interested in showing this. So this is her vegetables, and the next photo shows the fruits of her labor. And don't that look good, Chris?
Yeah, it does. That's awesome. It's so great to see.
I'm like, damn, I'm going to have to do that because I can do that right on my back deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
And start doing that. That's so, of course, I have to get more details in terms of like, do you have to put fertilizer in there? I don't really know. I'll speak with her more on the process, but I think I'm going to start doing that because that just really looks simple. Yeah,
it does. And it's nice too. I've done it a few times. Not any time recently. Did it growing up some, and it was. It's cool. It's a.
And look at all of that fruit, and I mean, look at all the vegetables that she got from like $2 seeds, and you would spend a lot of money. Get plum tomatoes and just all of that just looks good. It looked like zucchini and peppers and just a whole bunch of good stuff. So thank you, Felicia, for submitting that. Great work. Yes,
and I believe it's F. Smith Welch.
Yes.
You can grow anywhere. Thanks, y'all. Yeah.
No, thank you. Thank you for submitting that. I appreciate it. And I just want to show really quick what I did with the bottleneck part of my lemonade container. Remember, I told you I made two. Andy can show the pictures while I'm grabbing them. Two tea light holders for my phone.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. I'm just going to grab this stuff really quick. So the next photo just shows a different view of them. And all I did, Chris, and I'm going to show this stuff right from the desk. It's no need for me to put the pop the demonstration table up. So what I did, Andy, you could just throw me on the... You don't have to even throw me on the big screen. I just took this bottle... When I cut this neck part off, because I used the bottom part for my plastic bags, to stick inside the cabinets.
Mm-hmm.
I just actually I cut up an old zipper that was on the duffel bag. I'd be having stuff left over. And I just taped a piece of this, cut the zipper in half and taped a piece around it. I took a blotter and this little blotter and just blotted the circles on the inside and out so it wouldn't be so transparent. And then I had these leftover balloons, and I just cut the bottom off.
Wow. Okay.
And because I did want it to be in something more or less waterproof.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah, just in case water starts to seep from the seal, like between the cap. So yeah, I have the one sitting over there with the candle, and these candles, these tea light candles, I tell you, they float right in the water. People be going out buying floating candles, and you don't have to. You just saw the pictures; they float in the water.
There it is. Look at you, B.
Yeah. Huh?
I said you're resourceful. That's what MM says.
Thank you, Mark. I try to be. And those go right up in my yoga room, and I'm done making little things for my yoga room thus far. I don't really need anything else, but I did want those to sit up in my windowsill. So I have those two, and they'll go right up there. So I'm going to just jump into these categories real quick, throw out the dates. Since speaking with you, and we've confirmed some few things. Rest assured, Chris, I ain't going to throw nothing out crazy. I can be too transparent for you. I'm just going to let people know that September 8th through the 10th, we're converging on St. Louis for the Picasso 100th episode. So keep these categories in mind. I do have a list of people that said they want to volunteer. They want to come in and help. What I'm looking for right now, or people think about volunteering to be on a committee where we meet once a month, via Google Meet or a Zoom to make all of this happen. We're brainstorming. We're bringing our resources together on these committees. So if you want to be on these committees, spearhead these committees, let me know. These are the committees: sponsorship, ground transportation, hotel accommodations, registration, food and beverage, entertainment, hospitality, family, logistics, marketing and promotions, event planning, merchandise, and fundraising. So it's like 13 committees. Some of them may be combined. That's something that we'll discuss next week. Somebody might review all of these and say, oh, B, this should go with that. Or I may have left something out. And somebody might think of another committee and say, we need to have this because we're doing that. So it's just something to think about. And I really want people to think hard and serious about committing to 3 days in St. Louis, and the fact that we are bringing this together as a family, as a team, co-workers, however you want to call it, Picasso, converging on St. Louis is the goal.
Well, and then
it's going to take some work. So between the coordination with me, Chris, and these committee spearheads and people volunteering, we're going to make it happen in September.
And that's the weekend of Music at the Intersection. So the announcements are going to come out soon on the headliners. I think everybody will be excited about the lineups. So you'll get lots more information. B's very excited, and there's going to be a lot of fun stuff to go with it. So it's not like I just want to put that out there because I think even on your own, and B's going to put together a great thing and asking you all for help for that. But just so you know, you're going to be around like a really great festival too. So,
and believe me, I have some really good ideas. Cicely sent, and this is what we'll go over next week, some really good ideas in this really nice long email regarding, things that she wants to do, things that we can see happen, just a lot of good ideas. I want to be able to discuss them, get some comments. I'm going to throw these out there in terms of like an event. Say, for example, on Friday, we do hotel registration. We do a welcome reception. We have like a Picasso karaoke talent show. Friday, we have Saturday morning, we do the continental breakfast, set up our booths for the music festival, have more or less like a Picasso entertainment safe station. Also do like a dinner, maybe a dance that night. Sunday, a group prayer, breakfast type of thing, close out. That'll be like our last time meeting. And then like everybody go to the booth, do their thing, music festival, maybe go skating, bowling, something.
You're going to want to be, I'll say this, you getting involved with the festival is a really good idea. And there's some really fun stuff that you all could be involved with that. And there's going to be, Missouri's recreational now. So there'll be plenty of things to get into.
Yeah, so I want people to start thinking about if they're bringing their family and things they may want to see done like as a group or family, if they want to venture out on their own. All that will be discussed next week. I appreciate you, Chris. Mm-hmm. But I got a lot to discuss because you see how many pages it is. Sorry, Miss Michelle. We going through it because we have a time frame. September will be here before you know it. And I want to make sure we got our sponsors, we got our booths, we know where we stand, we got our shuttles, we know who coming to get us, who driving, we got our weed sponsor, all of that. The liquor, the food, something for the kids to do, face painting, all of that.
Something, so HR has a question. It says, what exactly is this for? Here's how I'm phrasing it, and B, you can correct me. B is creating a Picasso convergence of sorts, and it will mingle with a major music festival that I, Chris, work with here in St. Louis called Music at the Intersection. So there's already a big celebration. Last year there were over 60 groups, a lot of big groups like international. Like I said, Erykah Badu was one of the headliners last year. There's a DJ area. There's blues, a bunch of people won Grammys this past weekend that were at the festival last year. Robert Glasper included, who got called out by Chris Brown. There's vendors. We have a mural market. Like it's just something that B and her, I guess, what she loves can weave into. There'll probably be some sort of stand-up show. It's basically there's this cool opportunity, and then B wants to obviously put her own touch and have you all come hang out and have fun and really make it meaningful. And this is the festival is put on by an arts foundation as well, so it's very community driven.
It's an art walk. And the art, everything around there is about the arts and booths and vendors. So I figure this is an opportunity for us to showcase our works, sell some things, bring our artists in, plus have our own private Picasso event, or we're doing something a day early. Just, this is my way of saying thank you so much for always supporting me. And I figure since Chris is in St. Louis, the podcast is broadcast from St. Louis. I'm from St. Louis. I'm going to be doing something at the festival in St. Louis. We might as well all be in St. Louis.
Meet me in St. Louis. There it is.
Yeah. Then when we get big time, we do a cruise or something like Tom Cruise, and all the Picassos just go on the cruise. Or
hey, for all I care, you all, take up the first 2 rows of whoever headlines this year and say that you had a major artist play the Picasso Festival. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Take it over.
We're taking over St. Louis at the music festival. When you see the Picassos, we might even make up a Picasso stroll. We might have to get a stroll. Like when I did it, because everywhere I go, I like to. So when we get there with our shirt on, everybody know we hit the set.
I love it. That makes me so happy.
People really take into some consideration into that time frame. I know it's around when school starts and all that other stuff. So,
typically,
if you can't be there, just think about how you can help in terms of being on a committee. You can still orchestrate things and help bring things together. Ideas are always important. I love brainstorming, so we're going to make it happen. So with that being said, Chris, I got to go on and do my Ask Chris Deasy because I don't have an irksome work. And then I just show 2 flyers and I'm done. And I'm calling it a tight set.
Okay.
Your behalf, I appreciate you. Oh, I'm doing it for Lena and Sherri and Kathy and Doc Sue. Oh, and Joanne. Oh, it's a lot of folks. I'm doing for you, hurry.
There you go. B's knee is still loose. In case you were wondering, look at her go.
I'm so sore.
He's trying to move some of that lactic acid around.
I gotta loosen up. I gotta be on stage tomorrow. I did 400 squats. Oh, this feels good right here.
Incredible. Work it out, B. I was going to say, CB says B's knees must be good tonight. That's what I'm saying.
Dennis has this at hashtag Hold Tight Fitness Squat 100. And he's challenging people. It started on February 1st for the whole Black History Month to do 100 squats a day.
That's fantastic.
And I find that it's really easy to do. It takes me exactly 2 minutes and 31 seconds to do 100. Even though he said I should break them up. Most people break them up. They do like 50 in the morning, 50 night. But he's been putting together these amazing reels on his IG of all the people that are doing the challenge.
Well, that's awesome.
To old people. I know he has more than about 80 people doing the challenge now.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep sending him the video of them like to the side. He makes sure that they send it so you can see the squat. Ow.
They want a hip flexor.
I can't do this before because I've been doing them after I get done with my yoga. I just throw my song and I've been squatting it out to one song to the end of that song, and it's exactly 116 squats. So Dennis is like, just stop when 130, and when it gets to 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Right.
And I was like, but he told me to start breaking it up instead of trying to do them all at the same time.
Smart.
And it's killing me. And now my legs hurt and I got a tape tomorrow. Tomorrow. Shit. I'm going to work it out, Chris. I'm going to work it out.
You always do.
So anyway, let me go and do my Ask Chris Deasy, which actually came in from Carlotta.
Hello, Carlotta.
shout out to Carlotta Cook in Orlando. She's coming to the taping. I have family coming in also from Tampa. I don't know if Joy and Angel are going to make it, but I know I got a lot of people coming in for the taping. A couple people, a lot of comedians are coming and bringing their family. And, it's free. All you got to do is go to We'll get to that. Anyway, let me ask Chris Deasy. So this came in. Carlotta, it says, when you walk your dog, do you pick up the SHIT, but do you pick up the poop?
There's a cheap shot knowing what's happened recently there, B. But when I did have two dogs to walk. When I did have two dogs to walk.
One that came in.
I'm 38 years old. This is the first time in my life I don't have any dogs in my house.
You did have your two dogs. Did you pick up the poop?
Yes. And to hell with you if you don't. That's bad news.
Did you use like the bag method, a bag inside of a bag?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bags. It definitely, because you always have enough grocery bags. So that's usually the easiest.
Well, obviously.
That's so rude. If you leave your dogs, if you're out, especially like in a city where people are walking all the time, no.
Well, obviously you were feeding your dogs a very healthy diet. I commend you on that. Because whatever Andre was feeding the dogs when Sherri was going, you couldn't pick it up. Remember when you thought Andre, you gotta get the garage. You couldn't clean up after Lexi and you couldn't
actually,
do the.
I walked Lexi while I was out there every day, like several times a day, and it was, you had to make sure you had the refrigerator sized trash bag. There's no grass. So it's all, it was a whole thing. That was a big dog.
She was always like, "This only happen, Andre, when you take these dogs, you be feeding them stuff they ain't supposed to eat." And he blamed it on me, talking about I was giving the dogs chicken, and I was. But
a lot of snitching going on in that house.
Well, Chris, I'm just gonna show my two flyers, and we're gonna call it a night.
Let's see the flyers.
Cause I don't know when I'm gonna sleep. These are the people taping tomorrow for the Afro TV channel. I think it's 1623 on Comcast. And even though we're taping tomorrow, it airs next Saturday.
Nice. Okay.
At 7:30 and like 10:30 p.m. on Comcast 1623 Afro TV. Yeah, so we're taping tomorrow night, and it's free to get in for the taping. You can get the tickets at eventbrite.com. Funny Not Famous. So if you're in the Tampa, Orlando, Lakewood, I forgot where my timeshare spot used to be.
People know. You can find her. Anyway, there. Go check her out.
You're in that Orlando area, and you want to come out to the taping tomorrow night and fill up the audience and be seen on TV. Make sure you don't wear no stripes so you don't get put in the back. Go ahead to eventbrite.com and sign up, and they'll send you some type of link to let you get in. So there you have it. Tomorrow, life is so funny. Jumping around, Chris. I'll be jumping around. And this is next Friday. This is a very exclusive gala that I'm doing. It's black tie. I don't even know what I'm going to wear. Hell, I might wear the outfit I got on in the flyer, considering it looks kind of nice. And they probably ain't going to know who I am if I don't have that on, because they said I was from New Jersey. On the flyer it says B-Phlat from New Jersey. I had to crop that part out. I said, I ain't even calling their ass. I don't even care.
Who cares?
Exactly. I'm had that outfit on, be like, this is me from the flyer.
And they told us how to say the city last week.
Bossier. I forgot. Bougier. Bougier City, Louisiana. And the tickets is $150. Yes, it goes for a black cause.
Nice. That'll be a good time.
A nice
spread joy.
Black cause. So, well, thank you, Chris. I enjoyed today's segment. I did. I feel like my hair is like a bird nest. I can't get control of it. But I did set a firm on it. And I still got to cut my hair in the back. It's a lot going on, Chris. But I always manage to pull it together. And I just want to let all my fans know, of course, I love you all. But whenever you see me with my house jumper on, you know it's going down. I mean, I ain't had time to be trying to get all super fly because I'm trying to pack and get out of here. I'll be back Friday. Lord
have a safe trip. Taina, great job tonight, and I look forward to hearing about the shows, B.
I'm going to have fun, and then I still have to tape The Lowdown with James on Thursday morning. I'll be on that show again. So I'm taping the comedy show tomorrow night and his talk show Thursday morning at 11 a.m. So I got to bring 2 outfits and 1 airplane outfit that I'm going to switch up and wear back. And you know I'm getting it all in one bag. I'm not even taking it apart. I'm going to have 1 little tote carry-on, doing what I got to do. Yeah. So I got to make all that happen like right now because I want to be in the bed by like 12, considering I have to get up at 4.
Smart woman.
All right. Love you all. I will see you next Tuesday. We have a surprise. I don't even want to tell people. And I need to start posting, but I've been so busy. You know, I've had 3 deaths and a whole bunch of other drama. And it's Valentine's. So I have a cute feature a cute DIY project to show from Candace Perry. I love that she's always working on stuff.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see what we get in from Valentine's Day. And remember, if anybody did any of the containers to go in, the bag containers for your plastic bags to go inside your cabinets, send me some photos. I'd love to see them. Other than that, Chris. Oh,
hit
them
up. If you're in St. Louis, Larry Green's got a big show this Saturday. Stop by Central Stage. Music, poets, comedy. Follow B on Instagram at Flat Out Funny. Follow me at Instadenman. We're back next week. And Thursday, you've got Two Funny Mamas with Sherri and Kim. Look out for that. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Picasso. Love you all. See you next Tuesday. Oh.